This is Cure for the Mind, and as you can see, my desktop is cluttered with Windows XP because I'm rebuilding one for my little mini that I use for programming, but that's another YouTube channel that I have. But let's go back to these flawed arguments that most theists think that I have. They propose this argument: prove that God doesn't exist. Well, with that argument right there is flawed because I can propose this other argument with using that argument, which is the argument that which is my quote that I really enjoy telling most theists. Most theists is prove that blue horn up your ass doesn't exist. That is my belief. Blue horn up your ass exists. So disprove it. And that's just not possible. It's not possible to disprove it. The same way it's not possible to disprove God. But we can with proposing properties. The way to disprove blue horn up your ass doesn't exist would be to propose. Well, what are the properties of blue horn up my ass or blue horn up your ass? Um, and there's just no properties for it to exist because it's just preposterous. So this is the same type of argument that I always try to build up to at disproving God's existence is what are the properties? And so far I have found no properties for God to even exist. So I'm going to show you the a comment that one of the person left on my channel on Cure for the Mind. And basically, I'm going to read it like it's supposed to be read. We all make mistakes on grammar and stuff like that because we're typing. Not a problem. Sheen C P Cone or something like that. I don't know how to phonetically pronounce this. Maybe I'm just not smart enough. Anyways, I can prove your argument wrong with one simple statement. Prove that God doesn't exist. Right there. Prove that God doesn't exist. You can't. No, you're right, I can't. So that means because you can't disprove it, it must exist. Ooh, we jump into that. So I can make that other argument. So because you can't prove that blue horn up your ass doesn't exist, that means it must exist. Or unicorns or Thor or other religions, deities and stuff like that. They must exist with this argument. Wow. So we don't go much into his little comment. You can pause the video and read it what he said. And this is pretty much what I say. You can't you have to provide properties of this existence for it to exist. And so far, there's just more properties that fail of God's existence, plus the blue horn up your ass, for it not to exist. The properties are just not there. They don't support the existence. If there are, please provide them so we can test them out and watch them fail. Like penguin trying to fly. It's just not possible. There's just no properties of God, and this is what I propose: is proposing properties of God using what most theists see as properties. I use your properties, and I would like to um, let you guys add properties. What are the properties of God that we can test for its existence? This is the only way to see that God doesn't exist is by trying to prove God does exist. And so far, we are failing. Most theists and most atheists. Well, atheists are happy about this. Theists are not so much because they end up arguing this way. I can prove your argument wrong. Prove that God doesn't exist. That's just it's sad, really. Um, I pretty much told them to go back to school, and yeah, it was kind of a little bit mean. Sorry about that. Um, and again, I say so. So I say right here, prove blue horn up your ass doesn't exist. Dibs on catching you fail like all atheists are that argue this way. I'm not perfect myself, so I'm pretty sure I'm messed up in my own grammar over here. But we're all human. We all do mistakes, but please provide any properties. As you can see, the bar over here, like or dislike. I don't take it away, so you guys can dislike it and like it. No, that wasn't me liking it. I don't like my own videos. I'm not self-absorbent that way. Um, and then I don't disable the comments, so anybody can come here and comment. Um, yeah, this is my channel, and I'm not gonna be like most theists. Atheists. I never seen an atheist that disabled their comments. If there is an atheist, please tell me where he is so I can go YouTube email and tell him, hey, what are you disabling, man? But so far, I can give you a lot of channels and a lot of videos on theist views that disable their like and their comments. There's some out there that don't, which I appreciate that, but there's a lot of theists that do. I wonder why. Guess they can't really argue, can they? Well, this is Cure for the Mind yet again, answering more questions. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, but I don't think my videos be watched that much. But hey, I don't care. I do this for fun.